We'll be taking stories that made it to the front pages of the dailies. Now, kicking off with Daily Trust. Well, boldly right there on Daily Trust, the headline there says, "Why I won't help Tinubu's government," Emir Sanusi says president lacks credible team, presidency's mum. Well, you'll find that on page 4. And on the top left, Borno farmers killing, terrorists ambush soldiers, others recovering corpses. War on Gaza, Israel-Hamas seal ceasefire deal. Finally, you'll find that on page 26. And on page 4, prison decongestion, federal government to pardon convict, inaugurates committee. We have a picture there of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day. And then we also have the story, we're struggling to survive fallen widows of fallen heroes. And military bans drone operation in the northeast. Inflation rises to 34.80% in December. And Senate queries State House over 5.9 billion spendings on vehicles. Okay. Well, if you to keep yourself informed rather, on the stories we have, do well to grab yourself a copy and keep yourself informed. Now, that is that on Daily Trust. Moving over to Guardian. On Guardian this morning, war veterans, wife of fallen heroes, lament neglect despite promises. Still on Guardian, Nigeria suffering from mismanagement, says Sanusi. Why we resist tax reform bills by NLC. And on the top there, FABM reveals surge in presidential pardon request. All right. Still on Guardian, victims of body jar explosion lament unfulfilled promises 1 year after. Lower inflation hinged on fiscal monetary effort amid high food prices. That's from Waledu. And economists, shippers worry over customs 12 trillion revenue target. Dirty December, $500 tourism tax proposal exploitative, says Nicom. We had that story in our list of stories this morning. Federal government to distribute 75,000 naira to 70 million Nigerians. You will find that on page 5. What is the basis? How would they identify who to give? Who would they identify as the poorest of the poor, the richest of the rich? These are questions Nigerians keep asking every day. Well, those are the stories we have on the front page of Guardian there. So do well to grab yourself a copy to keep yourself informed. Well, on Punch this morning, 34.8% inflation rate triggers fears of rising prices and hardship. That you have on the front page of the Guardian. High demands for goods and services during Yuletide cost inflation, says the NBS. You get more details on that. Do also check page 21. Tinubu's government salutes fallen heroes, pledge support for widows. Ogun, police students differ over attack on deputy governor, and dogs kill Nigerian woman in Italy. That's sad. Alaafin Owode reverse appointments in 30 days. On the Alaafin Owode reverse appointments in 30 days, kingmakers tell Makinde. Retired generals, others worry over fresh terror attacks in Northeast, and Reps Deputy Chief Whip Onanuga dies at 59. Those are the stories we have on the front pages of the Punch newspaper. Now let's look at stories on Vanguard. Why Boko Haram thrive? While Boko Haram and bandits thrive, ex-general commanders allege NGOs and others aiding terrorists. And down there we have why war against Boko Haram and banditry is unending. Retired generals say NGO international agency covertly aiding supply of arms to terrorists in forest. Explain why foreign countries refuse to sell arms to Nigeria. And locals covertly providing membership for terrorist group, and laments effort to prosecute terrorist sponsors sabotaged by vested interests. And they also suggest ways out of security challenges. Still on the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, Shetima, Akumi, Akpabio, Abbas, others lay wreath at Armed Forces Remembrance Day parade. Governors make donations and promises. And in sports, Super Eagles draw Senegal, Congo, and Sudan, as CAF boss says Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda will be excellent hosts. All right, and then we also have a picture there of the president at the day 3 of the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week there. Still on Guardian at the top, Nigeria meets OPEC quota as output rises to 6.3%. Rises 6.3% to 1,507 million barrels per day. APC PDP trade blames over Edo Election Tribunal shooting, and I won't advise federal government on economic hardship, says Emir Sanusi. Well, these are the stories we have on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. Do yourself well to grab a copy and keep yourself informed. I would always say find time to always keep yourself informed on things that are happening in the country. That way you would be able to share an informative point of view or stand when conversing or giving an information. It was right here on Daily Trust where we shared the story of a man who has been accumulating newspapers for the past 20 years. And one of his testimonies was the fact that he was able to always share informed and correct information or conversation when he's having talks with people on what is happening in the country. You would understand policies better. You will understand where the government is going to and policies that are being made in Nigeria a lot better if you just take out 5 minutes to read a paper or read a story and confirm it from credible news sites. And also at that, confirm it before sharing it to your loved ones. Be sure that you're sharing facts and not just stories that are based on sentiment or emotion. That way, we can build Nigeria in our own little quarter by putting out the right information there at all times through every means possible. Well, having said that, we've come to the end of Daybreak this morning. It was so good to have you join us. I hope we're able to keep you informed. I hope we're able to keep you entertained. I hope we're able to educate you one way or another. And I hope we're able to get your opinion just the way you wanted on the show this morning. Well, it's still Daybreak here. My name is Lilian Ogazi signing out. We'll see you again same time, same station tomorrow. At the top of the hour, we have sports, we have business, and we also have our news updates. So stick around. There's a lot more for you. But from here, bye for now.